demonstrate mirror knitting, which is also called backwards knitting, in slow motion. And mirror knitting is the way that some people knit normally. Most knitters hold an empty needle in their right hand and then knit from right to left. But there are left-handed knitters and some other knitters, mostly left-handed knitters, who hold an empty needle in their left hand and knit from left to right. And that's what we're going to do. And what this does is it gives you a way of not purling. You want to work stockinette, you can knit on the wrong side, on the right side, and instead of turning the work to purl, you backwards knit on the right side as well. So you never have to turn the work, you never have to do any purling. This is especially helpful if you're knitting something with little short rows like interlock. And I can give you a link to my interlock tutorial where you're knitting back and forth across just a few stitches, and your work actually kind of starts to get big, and the act of just turning the work ends up being more work than just backwards knitting across those few stitches. Anyway, it's a handy trick to know, and it's not difficult to work. I'm going to demonstrate here on this piece of stockinette with a few knit stitches, normal knit stitches, the way you're used to seeing me work them in videos, to kind of orient you, and then we're going to start backwards knitting. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, I'm going to start out with a few regular knit stitches because the going backwards can be a little disorienting. Just regular old stockinette, knitting on the right side and what would be purling on the wrong side. Okay, things are about to get interesting here. Last knit stitch. Okay, instead of turning my work, I'm not going to turn it and work a purl row. Get myself situated to go the other direction, keeping the right side of the work facing me. I'm going to take that left needle, my empty left needle, and put it into the back loop of that first stitch. So it points to the right. And then I'm going to wrap the yarn around the needle, the same direction I do it when I'm knitting normally. And then pull that stitch down and forward. The first one's kind of a little bit stickier, I'd say, because once you have a stitch on the left needle, you can kind of pull that stitch open a little bit more easily. So into the back loop of the stitch, wrap it in what I would call a counterclockwise way, and then pull the tip of the needle through the loop and pull that stitch off the right needle. Back loop of the stitch, wrap it. It's a little awkward wrapping the other needle, the left needle in this case. Pull that stitch through and off. It's also kind of odd to scooch everything the other way. But you get it. Back loop. And here we go at full speed. And take a look. Stockinette. I think it's pretty fun to work. Anyway, that's it. With practice, I swear this gets a lot easier. It's not really that hard to begin with, but it does go faster and get easier with some practice. Hope that helps. Good luck.